He's won the Daytona 500 many times. He's won the Brickyard 400 many times. We got to do a little better than that. Are you ready for Jeff Gordon, everybody? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, we're going to bring him out here, and again, they're going to speak a little bit, and then we're going to do some questions and answers. We're going to throw some autograph stuff out into the crowd, and then we're going to do some games and things after that to give away some of the other material. Okay? So, yeah, why don't we bring him on up? Ladies and gentlemen, a nice hand for Jeff Gordon, the driver of the 24 Drive to End Hunger AARP car. Also joining us on stage, the Executive Director of the New Hampshire Food Bank, Melanie Gosselin, AARP New Hampshire State Director, Kelly Clark. Key elected officials, of course, are our esteemed Governor, the Honorable John Lynch, and the Mayor of Manchester, the Honorable Ted Gatsas. A nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our dais. And I told you before we started about the work that they do here at the New Hampshire Food Bank. It's an incredible organization that's led by an incredible group of people. A lot of work goes in every single day to help feed people throughout New Hampshire. And the Executive Director, a nice hand for Melanie Gosselin, please.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you. Is everyone happy to be here today? Some of you were here before I was this morning, so that was interesting for me. But as many of you already know, we have four-time Cup winner here, Jeff Gordon, to help us celebrate. As you also know, his Drive to End Hunger Chevy is here. And this is a huge opportunity, not only for us in New Hampshire, but nationally, this partnership with AARP, Hendrick Sports, and the AARP Foundation. So first, I want to extend a warm welcome to Jeff. Thank you so much. We know you have a busy week. And also, again, what we do is about partnerships, and Kelly Clark, the AARP New Hampshire State Director, is here to join us. We're so pleased, again, to have this beautiful weather and to let you know a little bit about what we do. So we're serving 1 in 10 in the state at this point. So events like this are so important, so we thank you for being here. Now it's my privilege to introduce our wonderful mayor of the city of Manchester, Ted Gatsas.
Melanie, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's hear it for Jeff Gordon. It's great to see a car here that says Drive to End Hunger, because certainly the food bank provides services to 130,000 people in the state of New Hampshire. They distribute about 6.5 million pounds of food. So Melanie, it's great to be here, and certainly it's an honor to have AARP to be here today to present a check, because that's usually why we do these things. But again, Jeff, good luck this weekend, and certainly it's an honor and a pleasure, and it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce somebody that doesn't need an introduction, and that's Governor John Lynch. Governor?
Thank you, Ted, and good afternoon, everybody. Isn't it great to have Jeff Gordon here with us in Manchester, New Hampshire? And isn't it great to have Greg Kretschmar here from Greg in the Morning Buzz? Both of them are my heroes. And I want to thank Melanie for all that Melanie does. You know, nobody in New Hampshire should go to bed hungry, and no children should go to school hungry. And that's what Melanie and her staff do. They take care of people. They provide food to people who otherwise would go hungry. So Melanie really is one of my heroes in New Hampshire. Melanie, thank you for all that you do, Melanie. You do a great job. And I want to thank Kelly Clark, the AARP, the AARP Foundation, for their generous contribution. Partnering with Jeff Gordon, they're going to make a substantial contribution to the food bank this afternoon. So thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoy the weekend, and let's root Jeff Gordon on come Sunday. Thank you very much. Want to introduce Kelly? And now let me introduce Kelly Clark from the AARP. Kelly?
Thank you, Governor Lynch, and thank you, Mayor Gatsas, for being here today. We are pleased to be here to support the New Hampshire Food Bank with the help of someone you all know very well, four-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion, Jeff Gordon. Every day, 51 million Americans face the threat of hunger, and nearly 6 million of them are older adults. In fact, right here in the Granite State, 1 in 7 older people report not having enough money to buy food. Together with Jeff Gordon and Hendrick Motorsports, AARP and the AARP Foundation, through Drive to End Hunger, we are working with national and local organizations to end senior hunger. We are calling on NASCAR fans and other caring individuals to join us in leaving hunger in the dust. Drive to End Hunger is not just about raising awareness and engagement. It's about finding long-term, sustainable solutions to a problem that is solvable. Off track, Jeff is one of the most philanthropic sports figures in America. We feel very lucky that he has joined Drive to End Hunger and that he is with us here today to help us make this extremely important presentation. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Jeff Gordon.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you, Kelly. You know, this is not about me. I mean, I know my name's been mentioned a lot up here, but you know, it's a real pleasure for me to get an opportunity to come here and talk about the Drive to End Hunger and the great work that they're doing. You know, what it takes to win races on the racetrack is a great team, but it's never been more important to have a great team behind you when you're talking about feeding those millions of Americans that are going hungry every single day. As Kelly mentioned, you know, more than 51 million Americans, 6 million, more than 6 million older Americans, hundreds of thousands right here in New Hampshire that are going hungry every single day. Now, this is something that shouldn't be happening in our country, and it certainly shouldn't be happening here in New Hampshire. And through the great team, the individuals that are standing here behind me, all of you out there, and all those who have contributed and been a part of this, certainly AARP and the AARP Foundation, the great work that they're doing, we're going to make a big difference in that number here today. But as Kelly also mentioned, you know, it's not just about trying to make a dent. It's about solving this issue. And together, as a team, there's no doubt in my mind we can solve this issue. Already since Daytona, where we kicked off the season with the Drive to End Hunger Chevrolet, we've been able to serve more than 2.4 million meals throughout the country. So the momentum just continues to increase, and we continue to you know, really start to make an impact on those millions of Americans who are fighting hunger issues every single day. So thank you as a team for those of you that came out today that are supporting this. We thank you for spreading the word. We thank you for your donations, and I want to thank everyone here behind me, the governor, the mayor, Mel, Kelly, everyone that really brought this all together. And I got to say a lot about these food banks, especially this one here in New Hampshire. The food banks, you know, when you see the check that we're about to give, what they can do with every single dollar and cent that you contribute is far greater than anything we could ever do. You know, we could go on our shelves and we can grab a can here and we can grab a bag of food. But what they can do, the efficiency that they do it at, the number of people that they can feed with each dollar that they get, and the amount of food that they get is unbelievable. You can't even describe of the effort that is put behind that and how far it can go. So I just want to say, you know, thanks to the New Hampshire Food Bank, and it gives me great pleasure at this time to bring up the big check. And on behalf of the AARP Foundation, it gives me great pleasure to present this check to Mel and the New Hampshire Food Bank for $10,000.